What up, though? It's your man CJ Kyles checking in once again, back with another nursing video, podcast, whatever you want to call it. I guess I'm gonna call this one a podcast because it's not gonna be one of those videos where I just talk at a consistent pace trying to get whatever I'm trying to say out. I'm actually take my time with this joint. So what I need you to do is sit back, buckle up, and enjoy it for the next 10 to 15 minutes as I get into the nursing care plan podcast. Yeah.
You can live pretty well by yourself.
My name is CJ Kyles, and it is a pleasure of mine to have you here with me this evening or whenever you are listening. It's evening time, so I'm saying it's evening right now. Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic, but wait, hold up. Before we get into today's topic, where are my manners? I would like to invite you all to subscribe to the channel. Yes, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, smash a like, do it for a player. We are almost at 1,000 subs, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would just help me get over that threshold, that milestone. It'll be very, very, very good for me, and I would greatly appreciate you being a part of the family. Now that we got that out the way, boys and girls, I'm gonna just take my time. It's not going to be one of those videos to where I just talk at a consistent pace and just give you the info that I want to give you. Nah, I'm doing this more of like a chill podcast format, and we just going to sit here and we're going to have a conversation. So today's topic, should I or should you go straight to RN school, or should you do LPN first? LPN school or go straight to RN? That is this evening's topic, and like I said, I can only tell you about what I know about. Now, I decided to go the LPN route first, and you may be asking me like, well, why did you decide to go that route? I decided to go that route because I just felt it was more feasible to my lifestyle. It was only a year process. I wanted to make some good money fairly quickly. And I just thought being an LPN was probably the quickest way to go to get into the medical field. I went to a school called Alterius. It was a 11-month program. It was very interesting. Now that I look back, we went through some stuff, and anybody who's ever done a program like that, a rigorous sped up program like that, they can tell you it was probably like one of the hardest years of my life. And everything that went wrong, especially in the beginning of that year, went wrong. I remember when I first started going, my school was like 45 minutes away from the house. And my car had broke down. I had got into a car accident, and like a semi had hit my car as I was driving. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on. I was working 2 jobs. I was going from work to school in an Uber, Lyft, and I would take my parents' car when I could. So it was just crazy. And to make things worse, like the beginning of the school semester, like right when school was first beginning, me and my ex had broke up. It was just a crazy time, and I was just like, how the F am I gonna pass nursing school with all this stuff on my plate? But let me tell you something. Where there's a will, there is definitely a way. All right. And like I said, I know this video is supposed to be about which one you should choose or which route that I go, but let me just give you some background real quick. This is the Care Plan Podcast, okay? So y'all just sit back, chill, and relax, sip your wine, get your Xanax, whatever you got to do, and get comfortable, and let your cousin talk to you for a minute. You dig? So like I was saying, it was very hellish going through that process in that program. It is not for the weak. You have to be built for it. It's a lot of it's a lot of not so smart people that are nurses, but one thing I can say, if you had a program that was anything like mine, you at least had to be tenacious. You at least had to be witty. You had to be resourceful to pass, because the school I went to, you couldn't get less than a B. like 79 was failing in our class, like in our school. So I had never faced that type of pressure before. And that was probably the biggest challenge I had, and probably still is the biggest challenge I've had, like to this date, besides like losing weight or something like that. But as far as like academics were concerned, LPN school is definitely, without a doubt, hands down, the biggest challenge that I've ever faced. Imagine going to school, and all the people that attended LPN school can relate. Imagine going to class, and every week you have a test. Now, I know that's the case for some people in different fields, but you got to understand, I'm coming from a situation. I was a truck driver. I didn't want to be a truck driver anymore. You can actually find the old truck driving videos on this channel. It's actually pretty funny. So go do that after you watch this and you subscribe. But you can find all the old truck driving videos on there, and I didn't like the lifestyle, and I was just trying to figure out something to get into before, something to get into that allowed me the freedom of picking when I wanted to go to work and not go to work, having a nice schedule, picking when I could go on vacation, and that paid a nice amount of money. Now, don't get me wrong, I know some people have those origin stories of why they became a nurse, and people have crazy reasons and have really heartfelt reasons, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I don't have none of that. Like, I don't have none of that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was always in the medical field, and I was always around the medical field, but it was never a dream or a goal of mine to become a nurse. It was just almost something that I just kind of fell into. And I mean, that's just what it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy what I do, and I want to get better as time goes on, and I want to progress and advance, but it was not something that I wanted to do as a child. And because I know some people want to be nurses all their lives. They come from a long line of nurses, second, third, fourth generation nurses, and like, nah, that wasn't me. So I fell into it, and I went to the information session, and I know I'm way off topic. I'm giving y'all like the whole backstory, but I went to like an information session, and they said you need to do this, and this to be eligible to apply for the school. So I had to go get a flu shot. I had to go get references. I had to go get a background check, a drug test, all types of stuff. And I mean, that's the norm, but I'm just saying, this is coming from somebody who had never been in a situation like that before. So I'm like, dang, it take all this to get inside the nursing program. So, got that done. Then I had to prepare for the HESI, and it was like 30 of us in there when we took the test, the day that I took the HESI, and only one person passed the test that day, because everybody who did not pass, they told them they had to go, and everybody who did pass, they had to stay and do extra, like fill out some extra paperwork or whatever. Well, yours truly was the only one that passed the test that day. So it was that felt good. So I said, okay, I'm doing this. And then like day -1, the BS started, and jump right into day 1. Man, it was just crazy. But you know what? Like, I jumped in head first, and that's kind of like how I've always been with situations or with new projects or something like that. Like, I really just jump in head first, and wherever I land is where I land. And I've always kind of been like that. Whether it be a good or bad thing, that's just always been the case for me. But anyway, school started, and that was that. 12 months of the most stressful, I don't know what else to call it, but stressful will probably be the most appropriate word to say. That was 12 months of pure hell. Nursing school was hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you can get through that, you can probably get through just about anything. And going into the RN route, taking prereqs and going into the program, I don't know what to expect. I've heard different things from different people that are going to different schools. I've considered going to a school called Hondros, and people have said that school is awful. But people said the same thing about the school I went to. And I mean, in a nutshell, is pretty much what you get out of it. Now, I do realize that there are some crappy teachers and there are some crappy schools that are all about the money, and that is a very real reality. But again, you have to do what you got to do to get that diploma, degree, that license. Just do what you got to do. If you're in nursing school right now and you trying to figure out and you stressing out what to do, just listen. If you already deep in it, ain't nothing super crazy going on, just get through it. That time will fly by. But fast forward to the current day. Should I have went the LPN route, or should I have just gone straight for the RN route? Well, I look at it like this. You don't know what you don't know. Now, when I got into the LPN program, I did very little research on other schools. Only thing I knew is that this program was a year. If I got through a year, I was going to make some nice money in a year after I passed the NCLEX. Now, I didn't look into the fact that they do have some programs to where if you take the prereqs and you do the 2-year program, you could test to become an LPN while you're in the program and everything like that, and then go continue school and then go test for the NCLEX, your RN, later on once you're done. I didn't know that existed, and had I known that existed, I still don't know if I would have did it that way, because I would have had to take prereqs. And I mean, again, I'm taking them now, so I guess in hindsight it probably would have been a little bit smarter to do it that way, but I don't really regret doing it the way that I did it, because I've done some amazing things with this lifestyle and what this lifestyle has afforded me to do. I've done amazing things. I've seen amazing things. I've gone to a lot of cool places, and I learn every day. So I don't regret the route that I took. But in hindsight, now that I really sit back and think about it just right now on this show, I probably would have done it the traditional way. But see, again, at that time, I had no idea that I was going to go into what I was going to go into. I thought that I was just going to do LPN, and I was going to use this career to, fund other things that I wanted to do, and that would just be it. But you find out the more that you, I can't speak for everybody, but you look at that 32 minutes of battery life. Well, I ain't gonna be on it that long anyway. But the more you progress, at least for me, the more you progress, once you get to a certain level, it's like an itch. I want to get to the next one. I tried to ignore it. I said, no, you know what? No, I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna enjoy this, but I'm just that itch. Go and get your RN while you don't have no kids, no nothing like that. Go and get your RN. And I said, okay, I'm going to get my RN. That's what I'm doing now. Next thing you know, I find out about nurse practitioner. I find out about CRNAs. I find out about all the different things that you can do within the nursing field. And I'm just like, all right, okay, now this is a field that once you have that degree, the world of opportunity really open up. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a nice amount of things you can do as an LPN. Like, there really is. I know a lot of LPNs that don't do bedside care, that don't do the typical nursing home thing that you think they do. I know a lot of LPNs that's doing a lot of different things. But once you got that degree, them doors open up a lot more. And you have almost like an unlimited amount of opportunities to do so many different things in this career. As long as you keep that license clean and don't do nothing crazy, you Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So would I have gone a different route? Maybe, if I would have known better back then, but I didn't know. And you don't know what you don't know. Now, had I known everything I know now, would I have gone that route? Probably. I would have probably did the 2-year program and tested to be an LPN once I was like halfway through, and then, go that route. But I was just back then, like when I was in LPN school, like I don't know, I think it was a good learning experience for me though, because I tried to be in the streets and be out here messing with girls and all that stuff during the time while I was in school and working 3 jobs. Like I did put myself through a lot of unnecessary things that I didn't need to subject myself to, but I did. And it was what it was. I don't regret the experience. It was a good experience because it taught me how to deal with a lot of BS that's in this world. So if you don't get nothing else from it, you learn how to deal with BS. And yes, it is a lot of BS that goes on in the nursing field. So, I mean, I don't know. But at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. As you know, or maybe you don't know, but my ultimate goal is to be a CRNA. That's the ultimate goal. And that's just what it is. And you know, I know a lot of people going to look at this podcast and they're going to be like, oh, you just in it for the money. You just in it for... Listen, hold on. Don't get me wrong. The money is nice. But if it was all about the money, like, you don't get paid enough. Like, don't get me wrong. You get paid a nice amount. Like, I'm not complaining. But if it was strictly all about the money, no. You got to have a passion for people. You have to have some sort of passion for caring for people somewhere within you to do this. So it's not all about the money for me, but you be a fool. You would be a fool to think that the money wasn't a part of my decision to get into this field. And it's probably a part of your decision, because nobody goes to nursing school just to be broke. I mean, you wouldn't work for $5 an hour. I know you wouldn't. That's why a lot of people get into the field. You still have to care. You still have to do your job, and you still have to have a good heart for this. But the money plays a very important part of the conversation. So that's just what it is. Would I have gone the LPN route to RN route, or would I have gone the straight RN route had I known what I know now? Probably. But do I regret the route that I've taken? Absolutely not. I've done a lot of things in my late 20s, early 30s that a lot of people would never ever see and do. You know what I'm saying? So I can't complain. I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful for the opportunities that I have received, and I continue to stay blessed. And I know where my blessings come from, so I'm gonna keep doing what I have to do. Currently, I'm taking A&P. I'm taking Math 111. I currently have A's in both those classes, but it has not been easy. If I was to sit here and tell you, oh, I'm killing the classes, going to work and all that kind of stuff full time like that, I'd be lying. Listen, once again, I want to salute all the single parents out there who go to school, go to work, take care of the kids, manage to get straight A's, manage to go to work full time. Like, I salute y'all. Let me give y'all the salute of all salutes, because, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, bruh. Your man's be dog tired. Like, I had an assignment due at midnight, and, you know, I couldn't even finish it because I had the class. I'm falling asleep during class, but I'm paying attention. I'm doing what I was supposed to do. But I'm like, bruh, like, he talking, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm falling asleep. I'm just like, man, like, I need to go to bed. And I've been working midnights, and I'm usually not a midnight nurse. But when I started travel nursing, I became a midnight nurse, and I'm just like, fam, I need you to hurry up so I can get some sleep. So I went there. My girl cooked. I went there, took a nap. Probably shouldn't have went to bed full, but it was slapping. And I went to bed, and I was just like, got up, and I finished the homework. And then I'm coming in here. I'm doing a podcast. So I salute you. I don't have no kids, and I salute all the single parents that put on while they got the children at the crib. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. So if you are a potential or future nursing student and you are trying to decide whether you should go the LPN route or RN route, I'm going to give you a few things to maybe help you guide your decision, not try to sway you to go either way, because your choice is your choice. But let me just try to guide you just a little bit. I'm no expert. I can just give you some experience that I've seen. So I think one thing you should take into consideration is your situation. Do you have kids? How old are you? Are you in a rush to make good money? Are you in a situation where you need money fast? Now, I would say if you are a high school graduate and you want to become a nurse and you want to, and you just want to learn, you want to go straight forward, you know exactly what you want, I would definitely recommend going the traditional college route first. You trying to save you some money if you don't have no scholarships or nothing like that, I would say go to a 2-year institution, take that LPN if they allow it, and then take that LPN NCLEX if they allow it halfway through your program, and then go ahead and do your RN. I would say go for it. If you are somebody that's fresh out of high school, no kids or anything like that, and you just got a lot of time on your hands, I would definitely go that route. If you somebody that maybe a little older and you do have children or whatever, and you do want some quick money real quick, I'm making it sound like a drug deal or something, but if you do want to make some decent money at a relatively fast paced in a quick time, I would definitely say see if you can find a good LPN program, a good advanced LPN program that'll cater to your needs. And it just depends on what your goals are, but I would definitely go that route if I was in those shoes. Now, when I went to LPN school, I was like, I started in 2017, didn't have no kids, but I wanted quick money, so I went to LPN school like right up out the bat. So like I said, I think it's just all about where you are and what you want in life. So that's pretty much it, boys and girls. I really don't have anything left to give right now for this particular topic. So should you choose LPN? Should you choose RN? At the end of the day, it's really up to you. It's really up to you. I'm just glad that you're in the field. That has been this episode of The Care Plan. I'm so happy that you joined me. Make sure you hit that notification bell, subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, mamas, daddies, side chick, all that good stuff. And don't forget, boys and girls. I was trying to find something catchy to say at the end, but I got nothing. I bid you adieu. Have a good night.